What do you call somebody with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. Dad. Hi, I'm Bobby Angel with Ascension Presents. I want to talk to you today about the theological virtue of love. There's faith, hope, and then love, I would argue, is the manliest virtue, even though love is this word that is so convoluted in the English language and we throw it around. And what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. The ancient Greeks were smart enough to know we had to have multiple words for love, this phenomena of love, and we'll do another video on that, and you can look it up. C.S. Lewis wrote a whole book on the four loves, but I want to talk about the theological virtue, really the gift of love, because love is something we cannot manufacture. Virtue is a habit of excellence. It's something we have to practice, and we have to do day in and day out in little ways to become better at it. But it's a theological virtue because it really has to be gifted by God. Love is this caritas, which is like charity, and not charity as in like hand out to someone who needs it, but charity in like the giving of the heart. Really, the highest form of love for the Greeks was this agape love, that I'm willing to lay my life down and self-sacrifice for the other person. The best of heroes and films and stories do this, whether that's a William Wallace from Braveheart, Maximus from Gladiator. So many of these superhero films tap into the need of the hero to lay down his life in these very dramatic ways, day in, day out. And maybe again as a parent that just has to deal with a child who's losing their cool, and we have to bear the brunt of that, sitting in traffic for a job that is trying to provide for our family, of getting over what I want. And that is not an easy thing to do, to the ultimate extreme of truly laying my life down and being open to that for a beloved, for the sake of another. And that's tough. And that's why it's a theological gift that we have to grow in and ask for God, help me to love rightly. Christ sets the standard, the blueprint for this authentic love. No greater love than this, than for a man to lay down his life for his friends. And I was in a church recently, and sometimes you see like a pelican in a church, in icons or just in images, and you're like, I see the saints, I get the incense, I get Jesus and Mary. Where did that pelican come from? Why is there a bird there? And the pelican, it has become a symbol within Christianity as the years have gone on, because of the self-sacrifice of the nature of, sometimes within legends, and you hear a pelican mother will pierce its own heart so that its younglings are able to eat. So with this pelican imagery, you see that for it to be love, it must hurt. Mother Teresa said, love it all. True love has to have a cost. It has to really bear something. And it doesn't mean we day in, day out have to be in pain for those we love, but it has to be willing to go there. That's the blueprint. There has to be a willingness to be interrupted for the good of another person, so that I get out of my own ego, I get out of my own little bubble and world that says I'm the most important thing. I'm not the most important thing. There are so many others around me, whether they're in my physical household, on the freeway next to me, at work, on the other side of the country. My heart has to break for those in need. My heart has to be in a place of being willing to be broken for those who are in need. So I get out of my own comfortable shell. So the one who loves is not a passive doormat. And I think we need to reclaim that sense of love, not just in the fuzzy Hallmark Channel version of love that it just magically falls together and we write off happily ever after. Love is the cross. Love is the one who's willing to die for his beloved. This is why it's the greatest of all virtues here. And we won't need faith in heaven because we'll have arrived at what we, I trust, and I will need that faith when I see God face to face, God willing. I won't need hope because I've arrived. The things I have hoped for, I will now be able to see and experience. But love will last. Love will endure because God is love. God is a dynamic of love, this explosion, a verb, like this movement of love. And we get to live that out. Or not. I can say, I don't want to love. I want life to be about me. And God's like, okay. But that has a ripple effect, not just on myself. It calcifies myself in this tomb where it's just me. It also will ripple out to others, the gift that I don't give. You see why love transforms, why a Mother Teresa, her joy is infectious. You see like little s saints, like people that may never be recognized by the church, but people in your life, you're like, that's a holy woman, or that's a holy dude, like just how he carries himself. Help me be like that person. So our prayer, let it be one of, help me to love in a real way, in a way that hurts. God, give me this virtue of love. God, help me to grow, help my heart to expand and ache and want to love as you love, and to embrace the interruptions, embrace the times where I don't feel like loving, but I'm okay being challenged. Help me to be okay with getting out of my comfort zone, being with those that maybe drive me crazy. Lord, help me to receive how you want me to love in this life so that I can join you in this love in the next. Pray for the gifts, because I've seen myself and my own life grow and expand in the way I've had to love my crazy toddler children, in the way I've had to love coworkers, in the way I've had to get out of myself. And so God is waiting to stretch us and pour out these things so that we can become radical examples of love, which the world so desperately needs. I'm praying for you all. If any other witnesses of love you've seen, feel free to add a comment, like, subscribe, so we keep on this journey together. From all of us at Ascension, God bless.